In the RV world, it's not if the slides are gonna break, it's when the slides are gonna break. And just so happens, we got home from a trip and this slide wouldn't come out. So this video is about me fixing this slide and making sure that this thing is ready to roll.
Hey, that's a good sign. Light camera action. So we just got home from a trip and we have this issue. Our slide out right here is not working. It's not coming out. We got set up for the weekend. We put it out, put it back in, and then when we got back home, we couldn't get it back out. So thankfully, we're at home. We're trying to dig through this issue. We believe we need to figure out like the brand of this, which we think it's a Lippert system, and we're going to tackle this thing because unfortunately, this thing is up for sale. So somebody could come at any moment to look at this thing, and we got to get this fixed. So we got on our forum with East to West Tandera. Unfortunately, a lot of the forums, and you guys may experience this, are very negative. So that was no help. The forum's no help at all. It's just a lot of people complaining and not giving you solutions. So this is our video to give you the solution to fix this issue so you can keep going down the road. So you're saying there's an access door over there?
No, I had to cut this. There's the actual bar that we turn wasn't attached. It's sticking out, but it wasn't attached. Now I gotta get out of here because it's on the other side of the tires.
While we're in here doing some regular maintenance, I always spray these down.
I didn't see anything wrong.
Yeah.
Go in about halfway. Stop. Go back out.
Well, at least it went back out. It went back out this time, but I didn't go all the way in. So we're basically at a standstill of we can get the slide out in and out, but we have to do a little bit of work on this other side. So Mike's going to reach out to Lippert, see if there's a part that we need to replace so that way it's a permanent fix and we won't run into this again. We're scheduled to be out camping, but we got the camper up for sale, so we got to be careful of what happens because we don't want to be selling a problem to somebody. So yeah, stay tuned. So we're in day 2 of trying to figure out what's going on with the camper and why the slide won't come in and out. Mike found out through emails and phone calls with Lippert that it is the actuator. So we're going to go ahead and get started on replacing. We're actually removing our old actuator, and then we're going to be installing a new one. So today is just going to be about removing it, and then hopefully tomorrow we have delivery and we'll have an install for the actuators. Can you tell me what you're doing?
I am removing this right here on our slide, which is an actuator. So I have to take this whole thing off. So this is a stop can, so it stops it up against the body, this right here. So I have to remove this off so I can get this out because it's no good. And I've already got my measurements. So you want to measure from the end of this rod to the bracket and from the end of the can to the bracket. So when you put the new one in, you know exactly where it needs to be. That keeps your slide going in side to side level. So what happened is our slide, when we got back from our trip last weekend, and our slide wouldn't come out. So I did research and found out it was the actuator and not the motor. And my research was I called Lippert. I had to cut the underbelly pretty good, so I got to tape that back with waterproof tape when I'm done, but I got to be able to get this out, so I need the whole And we want to sell this thing, so I want it working for its next owner. And this thing is so rusted on there, I can't even move it by hand. These things, after the road corrosion and all that stuff, they're not easy to get off. Tough in the shoulders.
What am I doing? Bringing the slide out in?
You're bringing that arm in, yes.
Like it came undone? Or the pin on the end?
Well, that's what I use that bolt for.
Oh. So that.
Cut that tape.
So now what? Can I see up in there at all? Or no?
Oh. Okay, put that rod in through the hole.
Okay. So I gotta put this rod back in the hole. Do I need to hold it still?
No, I need to be able to move it. That'll do.
So just
We're
hold
going
it?
to be pulled. It's going to want to go that way. We got to resist.
Oh wow.
We got to unbolt it from the motor, get the motor held up safely,
Yeah.
and then take the bracket off. And then I got to pull it in through the holes that I've created and out. And maybe I can get this off if I get it out.
Is there anything up inside of there that would be educational?
All right, so this is what it looks like. This is the bar we're taking out, the one I'm shining the light on. It's got to go through two holes. It attaches to a bracket right here, and then it attaches to the motor. You can see there's a bolt on the bottom and a bolt on top. That's what I got to remove, is that bar from the motor, and then replace it.
When you opened that up, there was no insulation, right?
There's no insulation under here.
Wow.
There's insulation under the floor.
But even the air,
So in this gap, there's no insulation.
you got it? Makes us appreciate having a camper in its own bay, in on concrete. Really makes you appreciate that, because a lot of people just park them outside. They don't have the space to work on things. And this is the reason why we built the barnuminium. This is the reason why we're going to keep the barnuminium, because it gives us a place to come back to. It also gives us a place to work on our camper, and keeps us out of the elements. It's pouring down rain right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but hopefully within the next hour or so, we will have this actuator removed. You want me to get on the other end of it to kind of guide it? Because you're going to run into the trim.
Yeah, I kind of need you to lift up on it.
The wheel well trim. Okay, hang on. Okay, got to come back just a little bit. Okay.
Oh no, there's no dark, no lip. There you go.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let me get out here.
Okay. Okay, there's the actuator. I didn't even know there was such a thing till yesterday. So we're at this point, we don't have the part, we're just preparing to get it tomorrow.
Yep.
So as of right now, what sizes of wrenches have you used?
I've used a 1 1/18 and a 1 1/16.
All right, so we want to explain a little bit. This is like the can.
This is called a stop can. So when your slide goes in, this hits your frame. So it guarantees it doesn't go any further than where it's set. So this is how you set, like you have one on the left and right side of your slides that have a rack and pinion slide. So when you pull it in, both sides come in together. Both cans should hit at the same time. That way you're not coming in at an angle or anything like that. I may have Joni crawl under there while I hold everything and put nuts on the bolts that have to hold that to the frame, because I'll have to hold the brackets.
I could do that.
I'll put the bolts through and you're gonna have to get them.
I can be handsy if I need to be.
I want you to be handsy. So this nut comes off because this will hold the can. Then you gotta unscrew the can.
So e-trailer for the win, by the way. So
we literally ordered this Monday, and I got it today.
It's Wednesday.
I could have gotten it overnight, but it was $133 for shipping. Overnight, free if I waited a day. So, and we're leaving tomorrow for camping, so I got to make sure this is done
And works.
and that it works. I'm going off of what Lippert told me with the problem we was having. So what happened, we get home from our trip last week, tried to put the slide out, had a real high-pitched clicking noise, not a deep clicking noise. So if you have these slides, you know when it closes, it's a real deep sound. Well, this was real high-pitched sound. And when I went out, and the slide wouldn't come out. And when I went out and moved it by the manual way, just 2 turns, it was able to move. So according to Lippert, this is the actuator. The actuator was bad.
How much is the actuator?
I got this on e-trailer for 500 and change. So we took measurements yesterday from the end of this bar to the bracket that attaches, that it goes through, and then from the bracket to the end of the camp. So I know that'll set these two at the exact distance so they come in together, not at an angle.
Ta-da.
All right, so this is your actuator. I imagine if I spin it, it'll go in, but I'm not gonna do that.
No, we're just going to put it in a scrap metal pile and
So
it'll
if you look at the end here, these two pins, a bracket goes around it, and there's a bracket bolted onto your frame. Those bolts hold that to the frame. Motor goes to the end and it spins, causing that to go in and out. So there's a worm gear inside. These holes are for bolts that hold it to the motor.
light camera action.
So I need my hat, so it's,
Oh,
I was wearing it on my hat. So I'm gonna run this through the hole, try to get it onto the motor, get the bolts done for the motor, and then put the bracket on. And while I'm holding the bracket, I may need you to come in and start the nuts. I need you to basically do me a favor. Get on that bar, crank it just a little.
like turn it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna put the socket stuff on it then.
It should be a 3/4 inch socket.
Yeah, it's already sitting here.
Okay, let me see.
All right, so plan B is going to be removing the motor.
Yeah. We got to cut the wires on the motor.
Just so we can assemble it on the floor.
I just don't have the strength to hold it up. Well, heck, I might not have to cut them.
Oh,
It's only long.
yeah, wow. Maybe that was for a reason. Okay,
Good.
that works out. That's probably easier to work.
And now I want to run a test before I go any further.
Well, at least while we're under here, we can inspect the Roadmaster.
What I need you to do is counterclockwise crank that thing out. I want to see that it's moving.
Okay. Counterclockwise. Let me look up in here and give a picture of what we just did. There's the motor that we strapped on. It's moving?
Yeah, you go. It's moving. We got a long way to go, so I think what I'll do,
Put a
put the impact on, not the big one.
I guess we'll go ahead and stop and put something powered wise.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
We'll do it.
You trust me with power tools? Just tap it in.
Yep, that's correct. All right, so Joni is moving this out. We're using an impact on us very slow because we had this whole thing open all the way. So it's a pain to be able to have to crank that by hand all the way. So we're doing it with an impact right now. Okay, go ahead and start it going out again. Okay, stop. Slowly forward. You may want to do it by hand now. Okay. Let me know when you're ready by hand. Hold up, hold up. I gotta get it through the hole. Okay, you're good. You can probably put the gun back on it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's through the hole now, and I'll tell you when to stop. Okay. You went the wrong direction. Nope, stop.
Okay. I got tight.
Yeah, I know. Okay, now go forward.
Is this?
Go forward.
Hang on.
Not forward with the gun, reverse with the gun.
Is this right?
Yeah, keep going. Okay, that's good. Just stop. A little bit more. Okay, right there. Don't move. Do we get a good seal?
Yep.
All right, put it out. That's where the problem was.
This is where the problem will be. Out.
Yep.
We have a fix for the slide. Just as easy as that. But it looks like we are good to go. We're going to run it in and out a few times just to make sure we're good. And I guess we're back on track.